But when you have an option like the counter to pretty much nullify that up B, that was good for two of those stocks and pretty much kept Yoda Cage from getting back into the game.
Lucina's aerials, it's just like every single one of them is just insanely good. And her back air is definitely one that shines. And actually, I can't even say that. Like, her up air is good too. Her fair is just as good. It's not just as good as her back air, in my opinion, but it's still good.
Now we have another battle on our hands. Man against machine. Welcome to Grand Finals here at CodeName Bears 184. And now the Rob, as we see once again employed against Spiro. This Rob has seen some pretty rigorous testing over the past couple of months. Could this be its time for a championship? How do you think it matches up against Lucina? Something tells me it's not positively.
Definitely on pace. We saw this matchup earlier, did we not?
In winner's bracket?
It might have been Jordan. It might have been JM13 I'm thinking of. I think it's JM13.
What? It was winner's semis, Spiro versus GwJ.
Okay, yeah. So it was. Yeah. It was a run back from winners.
That was the set right before I hopped in.
Yes.
Yeah, you've been putting in some work today, CodeName. Shout out to you.
Apparently. I didn't even notice. All right, so we are seeing like a pretty even game here, but the next, not the next hit will take it, but like the next good hit will take it.
I mean, if GwJ gets a grab, then that could very well lead into that up air to kill. So, but Spiro giving him no such opportunity. Looking for that spot dodge. He's expecting the grab at this point. So
he is.
Now he has GwJ resorting to sharking into the platform already. Is this a feeling out process, or is this GwJ getting antsy? Oh my! That forward air though.
This is just Spiro. Like David before wasn't really letting Spiro play the matchup that he wanted to play, and now it's more like the matchup's being played out how you would expect it to be. Spiro's just hitting him, and Rob can't get out of disadvantage. Wow, that's a... Oh. Yeah. I'm surprised he got that grab. That was really good. Up throw's definitely going to take it.
Rob.
This is the big problem, though. How does he get down? And he doesn't.
Yeah, you get comboed, and hopefully she drops it. But Spiro is not really the kind of person to just hand that to you, unfortunately.
He does not.
And this is a tough proposition. And indeed, the thing is that I don't know if a bracket reset is quote-unquote expected, just considering the matchup on paper. Oh. But Spiro right now making it look like a possibility here.
Oh, no, he fast-folded. Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, my. That is an SD that that's a stock he wants back.
It is, well, they both laughed it off, actually. These two, notably very good friends.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, they're probably just happy to be able to play each other's brands.
Oh, GwJ and Spiro, they've had battles going back to predating my time at the lab.
Yes.
Sure, and that was back in the Yoshi versus Rosalina days that we would see that. Spiro zoning him out with that forward air, making it a devil of a time to get back to the stage. However, he does. And doing so...
Oh my gosh, that was interesting.
No, he's so good at doing that, getting his...
Oh my gosh, he's been getting that all day. You just... I'm convinced you cannot neutral get up against Spiro. I'm just convinced. Like, he doesn't miss that. He really doesn't.
He's been putting in that work, folks, and it's showing here and shining indeed.
He has ended so many games just by waiting for a neutral get up and punishing with a strong move.
Yeah, I mean, all you got to do is space it out right and swing that sword. And when you're Rob, you're trying to get back to the stage. You're trying to get your feet or whatever Rob has base on the ground, so you can start setting up your offense and trying to reset neutral. I mean, what do you do against that?
It's hard. I mean, like, it's not easy for Rob against these top tiers. Like, I think Rob is way more solid in this game than he was in the last game, but even so, his old problems still exist. It's like, he still has a bad disadvantage. The difference is, most characters have a bad disadvantage in this game. It's just disadvantage is worse in general. And, I don't know, just Rob still suffers from being big, not really having any good landing aerials, and having if he can't get his zone started, it's just hard for him.
I mean, GwJ has played the Palutena matchup enough times to know that it's pretty hard to land as a big target and a heavy target as well. I mean, shout outs to those pre-patch days when you would just get nared to oblivion.
Yeah.
It seemed like.
Anyways,
Shout out to a good friend.
yeah.
Well,
I think
not PG Dom.
no.
Yeah, that is a very difficult.
I think his tag's actually Daddy Dom.
Daddy Dom.
Yes, and he was actually a Diddy player in Smash 4, so
Oh.
I gotta respect it.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right, so we see.
I mean, if you're a Diddy player in Ultimate, I both respect you and feel sorry for you.
I doubt he plays Diddy in this game.
Yeah. Supposedly Diddy got buffed.
Supposedly.
That's
They didn't really buff the things that I wanted them to buff out of that.
You better start talking about the game before
Yeah.
people mistake me for someone with like valuable opinions on Smash Brothers. So.
Yeah, so we see David doing. He's getting his way much more this game. He's able to set up his traps and play the matchup how he wants it to be played, which easier said than done. He's doing a good job here.
Oh.
I like that up B by Spiro though. He knew that would beat that out.
Right in the face of the gyro too. I mean, that he had to act.
Yeah, a lot of Lucinas will, if they see, they'll like react to whatever you want to do, and then just use that early up B because it has that invincibility. Oh my gosh.
Trying to get back
He
to gyro
is at such high percent. David is just, I really like how he's just really not fishing for the kill. He is perfectly content getting this little bit of damage. Wow, jab to grab.
Yeah,
You do
that'll
not
do
see
it.
that in this game, but that worked out.
Oh, GwJ, man. He knows whatever options he has, he knows them. So
He does, and it's super impressive, honestly.
and it's pretty much the reason why he even got to Grants, because this is not the first unfavorable matchup that he has had, and even though Spiro has evened things out at 2 stocks apiece, I mean, he's had to go up against some pretty stiff competition, and indeed, GwJ beating Spiro 2-0 in winners semifinals to make it here. So obviously, he did something right against this Lucina.
He did, and what he did right is pretty much what he's doing now, and not right this second because he's been juggled, but he's just like, he's kind of forcing his will on Spiro, even though on paper he shouldn't be able to do that. He's just, the way he's playing, he's covering everything he knows Spiro wants to do. But that said, Spiro now has him on ledge. This is perfect position for him to take this stock.
That
Yeah,
shield
that's
is
no
pretty darn
jump
small,
either.
too,
That's no
so
jump.
Even if he gets back.
Tech, yep. Up B.
Spiro gets the tech.
Oh, another tech coming.
Oh,
I see.
man.
I've
Welcome
been,
to Techadelphia,
I've
GwJ.
been-
Welcome back.
I've been out of Philadelphia for so long. Seeing this level of play and this quality stream, this quality venue, it's so nice to see, honestly. Like, Pittsburgh just does not have this stuff.
All you need now is a quality co-commentator, man. You're golden. Spiro trying to get back to the ledge. A little easier against Rob than it is against Lucina, so he's going to count his blessings there. Spiro, I mean, still having to work for every little bit of damage that he's gotten on this Rob. And GwJ has made it far from easy, especially the setups that he's been able to successfully get.
The Smash 4 setup, but that doesn't work as well in this game because gyro just doesn't last as long. Spiro's just avoiding that Z drop. That's it. Oh no. Yeah, he
Not
definitely
quite
couldn't
yet.
have hit that platform. Only the middle platform.
2 or 3 percentage points more and he would have been gone. But unfortunately for GwJ, that is not the case. Spiro staying alive at 176%, and indeed,
This is gonna be a hard battle. He has to like take the stock and then not let him play the game for the next stock. He did the first part. Now it's to see if he can make this a single-player game for himself. Going super low, I kind of agree with that situation. You don't really want to be in the threat zone of Lucina's back air.
you have the ability with Rob. You might as well get that for free whenever you can, because you know at some point if you're trying to cut that angle, Spiro's going to chase and he'll be looking for that back air to finish this game off, and it will kill him.
Oh, wow. He just air dodged through. And yes, it is. Spiro's playing this really patiently, which is definitely good. But it is also giving like GwJ that time to set up that he so desperately needs. So I might actually want to see Spiro go in a little bit more here.
Yeah, I definitely do like this pick. I mean, even though it's a little harder to kill off of the top on Town and City, I do like that. I do, because it does become an Omega stage for a few fleeting seconds, and that's when GwJ is allowed to maybe take the offensive a little bit more, but not quite yet at 179. The weight of Rob coming through.
Oh my gosh, that was untechable. That was untechable.
Yep, there was nothing he could do about that. The Dolphin Slash will seal the deal, and Spiro, he is one game away from a bracket reset.
I want to know what adaptations GwJ is going to make. I want to see if he can. That last stock there, he was doing a much better job of establishing his game plan. And I want to see if he can do that more consistently throughout the game to actually take this to a game 4 here.
So I didn't see the red lightning. Was that?
It was. There was. So anytime you see like, if you're going at too high of a speed, then you can't tech in this game. So anytime you see like the red splash instead of the normal blue splash when you're teching is untechable.
See, that's kind of what I was thinking, but at the same time, I was wondering, maybe my eyes deceived me. I don't know if I saw the red lightning or not. But then again, that was so fast. It looked like he was holding up too.
Yeah, he was out of there.
Like he was just trying to avoid Lucina at any cost, and well.
So see here, this is exactly what David wants to be doing. He's setting up. Well, now he has. Oh no, okay, we're good again. But he has Spiro at the ledge. He set. Oh, I don't necessarily. He crossed him up with that roll, but he just kind of gave away his advantage for free.
So if he wants to avoid the reset, he'll have to pull off the reverse 3-0 victory. Town and City
Definitely
again.
Possible.
Oh, without a doubt, and he's proven such. He beat Spiro 2-0.
Yes, he did.
But that's only 2 games. If you go 0-2, that's understandable. If you go 0-3, that's a whole different something altogether.
It is.
You know what they call you if you go 0-4?
What do they call you?
Pittsburgh Penguins. Anyway,
as
GwJ trying to get back, but the back air is going to kill by Spiro.
Anytime I bring it up with my roommates, though, they'll just be like, "Yeah, but we made it. To, you know how it goes."
Ask them how they felt when they learned they had a team in 2005. So. Down tilt by GwJ. He's been poking with that relatively well. I mean, it's such a good move. Comes out relatively fast. Hits low on shield, and you know what? That up smash turns out not half bad either.
Yeah, you couldn't go anywhere there. You were just kind of dead.
So now GwJ for that forward air, and well, Spiro's going to get the up air instead. Good back throw to get him into disadvantage, and Spiro has been. I mean, he's going to live and die by his game on the ledge, trying to use that gyro for himself.
That was weird.
Don't send a swordsman to do a robot's job, folks. That gyro. A little bit more effective in the hands of GwJ, so it seems.
Comes with playing an item character for so long, you're like, I know how to use this item better than you because I use it more often.
Yeah, it is. Practice makes perfect, folks. Indeed, that gyro. Hands of Spiro, and the thing is that at the very least you can hold on to it, and it works pretty well as just because that Rob doesn't have it, and you know what? That back air, not a bad option either.
Yeah, and we've been seeing players constantly air dodge that downwards and have GwJ re-grab them. Spiro kind of baited out that attempted re-grab with the neutral air dodge and then back aired him for it. That was really smart stuff, but. GwJ just crossing him up and hit him with the F smash. That was really good. So now this is a semi-even game, but now that I say that, GwJ's in disadvantage, and this is exactly where Rob struggles in the matchups.
Yeah, and this is exactly where Spiro has been putting GwJ for the past 3 games because it works so well. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's a reset.
But that GwJ, that Rob, might be in the shop for repairs after that one.
I hope that
Spiro resets the bracket.
I hope that I'm not seeing David get frustrated here. He can do this. He just has to remember this matchup's hard, and you have to play so well as the Rob. He has to keep himself composed. If he starts getting frustrated, this isn't going to go that much differently. He just needs to keep himself focused. He did it in winners. He can do it again in losers. Spiro, on the other hand, does not mind seeing David get frustrated. In fact, he probably welcomes it.
Yeah, I would say he prefers it, GwJ.
Yeah, I would venture to say that.
Yeah, and he is not the type to get frustrated easily as GwJ.
Nope. Just
Definitely is passionate, but just as cold as calculating as Rob itself, it seems like. Spiro looking. I believe this would be his first CodeName Bears victory.
I think for both of them.
Yeah, that's true.
Like we're getting a new winner either way, I'm pretty sure.
GwJ has come close a number of times, but it's been, if it's been Philly players, it's been Blazing Pasta, it's been
Juice.
It's been Juice.
6WX.
And yeah, 6WX who won.
Even Enzo in Grands. In Grands, Enzo's kind of been a mainstay recently. Like,
oh yeah, and is
he's like
very close.
Very consistently top 4 at these locals. But that said, something changed, and I, to be quite honest, did not see how GwJ cleaned up that stock within the first minute, but he did.
Certainly saw how he finished it up with that up air.
He did.
That is, you know what? The more things change, the more they stay the same. And that
Oh,
up air
he's
by
fine.
Rob, the directional air dodge, it allows Spiro to go
he saved
after him.
his
But
jump too. That was so smart.
good stuff from GwJ. And
Punish.
that could have been turned so bad so quickly
It
for
could've.
GwJ. But indeed, he stays alive and will get a little bit off of that dash attack. But man, Lucina has so many options to get out of whatever GwJ can get.
Yeah.
It seems like he needs to get
That said,
this
though,
nickel and dime damage. It seems like.
Rob is really living for quite a long time. Spiro hasn't been able to clean up the stock, and he's getting a lot of extra critic dealt to him right now.
And you see how he stopped going for the Z drops. He's just trying to throw the gyro instead and try to space it out.
And it's good at adaptation by GwJ.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that he needs to hit it just a little bit more consistently for Spiro to start respecting it. But it's still something that Spiro needs to keep in the back of his mind. That gyro will definitely connect there.
Oh wow, that sword just destroyed it. Okay, so that's going to be Spiro cleaning up that first stock finally at 134. Definitely not something. Oh wow,
Oh,
he hit him with
setup.
He hit him with the smash 4, man.
Oh man, like a Beyblade, just lets it rip. And indeed, that up smash. That's something that Tyson would be proud of for sure. Tyson, the guy with the dragoon, Beyblade, blue hair.
I got you.
Yeah. Shout out to that anime. Goodness gracious, that was probably not nearly as good as it is in my head. But
We've all been there.
yeah, no, for sure.
You go
yeah.
to show somebody something and you're like, wow, I wish this was as good as it was when I thought about it.
Nostalgia goggles are a very real thing.
It is.
Oh my, but GwJ. I mean, he's certainly not looking at Rob through rose-colored glasses. It's just as effective as ever.
That back. That was such a clean stock from Spiro, and now the deficit is much smaller than it was before.
Yeah.
So if he can keep playing that solid, he has a good chance of taking this game 1, and that would be a real, like, disheartener for GwJ, because he finally was about to solidly take a game.
Yeah, trying to put that Rob out of commission. However,
he's just sitting behind the gyro, and it's actually hard for Spiro to approach.
Oh yeah, because he knows what GwJ
It's
can
just
get
a
off of it.
spinning hitbox.
Oh, and that's what GwJ's been so good at throughout this tournament. What got him 2 grand finals on loser's side was getting those setups where he would just knock people into that gyro and back into his setups. I mean, really putting your opponents between a rock and a hard place. Quite literally so, in fact. Looking for that neutral air, trying to make Spiro approach. However, Spiro sitting back, almost goading GwJ to approach. Finally,
Ooh, that
he'll
roll
do so.
was risky.
Yeah, and
wow,
indeed,
Spiro's
we'll
doing
win
a
the
really
grab.
good job, like, making the most out of this advantage state right now. GwJ finally fights his way out of the corner with the fair, but this is. Oh wait, was that a double jump? That was. That's it. Yeah.
Oh, indeed.
He finally hits that spike. Good stuff.
He's been throwing it out for the past 4 games, and indeed, finally it connects, and it'll put GwJ up 1-0 in the second set of grand finals.
Or as Jersey calls it, true grands.
True grands. Yeah, that's yeah, and honestly, that's not a bad name for it either.
No, it's not.
It's I just think that ours is better, primarily because we're not New Jersey. Either way, game number 2. GwJ and Spiro going at it once again. Familiarity, perhaps breeding contempt between these two friends. I wouldn't say they're going to be at each other's throats necessarily, but maybe in a figurative sense as we go to Town and City.
Interesting choice coming out from Spiro. I want to know what he really benefits from Town and City.
See, that's what I'm thinking is that, I mean, maybe he just likes the setup of the platform.
That's a good chance.
But then again, this is a pretty
big stage, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the stage itself, obviously the blast zones themselves, he probably just wants those kills in neutral just a little bit sooner, getting those back airs just a little earlier.
And nice up tilt. I like the adjustment there. Oh my god.
Yeah, I think we just saw why. Because he wants that back air, he wants to get those kills just a little earlier, and indeed.
He's gonna go to the high platforms? Yeah. Even I saw that one coming. I'm not in grands.
Yeah, no, we're just sitting here talking about video games. Either way, it's going to be GwJ down a stock at Spiro. Looking at the possibility of tying this set up at 1 game apiece.
Yep.
Forward air, neutral air. Spiro, I mean, just like that. And that's what changed at the end of game number 1 as well. His positioning that was so impeccable all throughout became much better at the end of that game number 1. That's why GwJ struggled to get that kill so much. His setups just were not coming nearly as easily. Spiro started getting sloppy. GwJ taking full advantage of it.
Go get up a down smash. Yeah.
Spot dodge and a down smash.
Spot dodge is so good. You can cancel the in lag with a move, and that it throws so many people off. But it's kind of becoming to an interest point in the meta where people are starting to read spot dodges super hard. So there it is.
There you go.
It's especially for Lucina. She has so many fast options that you can throw out after that spot dodge. It's just it's become such a staple in the meta right now. Spot dodges are if you're punishing spot dodges, then you just need to notice how often people are actually spot dodging out of field. It's crazy.
So all in all, these two competitors have taken 3 games off of each other. Of course, the first 2 games that GwJ have taken was the 2-0 victory in winners semifinals that we alluded to earlier. So the tiebreaker is also a pretty big momentum shifter.
Yeah.
In this second set of grands.
If GwJ goes up 2-0 right now, that's huge.
Yeah, all of a sudden Spiro has to really do a little bit of soul searching, and indeed, up smash is going to take it.
He caught him mashing. That side B definitely buffered out of the mash. That's always unfortunate when that happens.
Yeah, and that buffering system has been something that's been very tough for people to negotiate here. A lot of
it is, but yeah, it is.
It is what it is for certain. At the same time, something that can perhaps be addressed.
Maybe. I doubt Nintendo's going to change that. Wow. So this is the gyro up. It's coming down.
Neutral air, 2 dash attacks followed by that aerial.
GwJ doesn't feel the need to capitalize on that because edge guarding Lucina, no easy task. Oh, nice back air on the shield.
Yeah, you'd occasionally learn that the hard way, it seems like.
Yes. Very difficult.
Of course, we're addressing that loser's final set that we saw. That was, I mean, obviously so hard fought between those two, but ultimately Spiro
profiles that with the back.
Obviously coming out. Now, those back airs.
Hold on, this is really good advantage. Just like something I'm noticing, oh wow, that was,
he was
looking, that though.
Did not read the roll quite well enough, and now Spiro
perhaps
looking to keep GwJ in disadvantage. Oh, but he rolls back to safety, maintaining center stage.
Scary. It's so scary. Spiro really fought his way back into this with that one advantage state.
I mean, that's been his bread and butter this entire set, has been keeping that Rob off stage and just tagging him with the sword over and over, the back air.
Out of shield.
Beautiful Spiro. And now tied up at 1 game apiece. Has Spiro gotten GwJ's number here?
I don't. It's hard to say. It feels like both of them are just like going back and forth. Smash ball, GG, and air armada.
Oh yeah, that's right. Moosh made Air Armada from Rivals of Aether. What's up?
Gentlemen's a Smashball.
A request to finish Grands on Smashball.
That would be
honestly
a sight to see.
We should just play an exhibition set on Smashball just to end the stream.
Yeah, Thug Finals.
Absolutely, actual finals.
I will challenge the winner of the tournament for all of their winnings on Smashball.
Wait, okay. Really?
No.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, man. You got to put something up too, B. I don't know what you're looking for. Either way, GwJ doing a bit of soul searching.
I respect it. Take your time to make the counter picks. You don't have to rush anything.
No, just trying to maintain his composure here and doing so in relatively decent fashion, all things considered. I mean, you try. You think that you have something going. You took game one, and then all of a sudden, your opposition responds back. There's only
so solidly too, because he brought that back. It was looking like David's game for a little while there. No, actually, I saw the ZSS come out for Juice, at least in one of his sets.
He did on stream as against Vex Kazrani.
So I imagine that he went a little bit of ZSS and loses at least.
Makes you wonder, though.
Oh, up tilt and into the gyro for a solid 13 damage. Once again, neutral get up against Spiro is just a mistake, apparently.
Looking for that dash attack. He's been hit with that one too many times in the mind of Spiro. Laser, well dodged. Spiro getting the grab as well, and now again in that disadvantage state.
Well,
GwJ making it back just a little easier. Spiro choosing not to pursue that.
Up B, yeah. Oh, that wasn't untechable. He just missed that one. But that's not an easy move to tech.
Yeah. And I'm not sure how easy it is to tech things on Lilac, quite frankly.
No, sometimes it does mess with the timing. And even if you, well, not really for Rob, but even if you get the tech, sometimes it's awkward because you're under the stage.
Yeah, as soon as I said that, I was thinking maybe that's not quite as consequential for Rob. He does have a pretty darn good recovery. Now, either way, missing on the grab, and he'll be made to pay for it again.
Uppy again, yeah. Oh, wow, he teched that. That's crazy because he got the weak hit, and he had the tech so much later, but he still got it.
I mean, GwJ, he had that measured out to a T. I had a feeling.
Yeah.
He knew that it was going to be a bit of an awkward angle for Spiro.
Oh, wow. That was really good spacing on that corner pressure. He knew Spiro was going to swing, and he spaced himself outside the range. It was just good stuff.
Folks on the ledge looking for the down air again.
But good pressure from GwJ. Spiro fights his way out of the corner. Has built a really big lead for himself here.
And really the only problem is that he's not finding anything that really hits as consistently as he would like.
Yeah.
It's not getting this kill, as you see. Spiro sitting with all three stocks at 152%, and he's not done.
Spiro is just avoiding all of those kill options that Rob actually has. And he is looking to make this a 3-stock, which would be a huge statement going up to 2-1, and then wow. Wow.
Forward air. Oh my goodness, the down air, and that's gonna do it indeed. The 3-stock Spiro catching mechanical bodies out here.
He killed
in
himself
Grand Finals.
to get that down air too. He fast-falled it. So like that was a confident down air.
Hey, yeah, no, that was a calculated risk, a sacrifice that Spiro was willing to make, and indeed, it was he had a stock to give. So maybe not necessarily the biggest risk in the world, but just like that, GwJ is back up against the wall as we go into game number 4.
See what he does?
At Town and City
back
once
to town.
again. Yeah, I mean, he's being given a lot of space with which to work, and GwJ has found success on the stage. Question is, CodeName, I mean, what adaptations can he possibly make here?
Like it's kind of hard. Spiro is just 100% playing the matchup, and it's just an uphill battle for Rob. And Spiro, like, right now he is confidently calling out all of these options in this bend. It's hard to see David really getting something started here. But that said, once Rob builds up that zone, this game will be evened up. As if he can build up that zone, he will be fine.
Gets caught with his own gyro, and that's actually an interesting point that you bring up, CodeName, because it's one of the reasons why I think Rob did so well in the early days of Smash Ultimate, is because there wasn't a whole lot new that you had to learn. There wasn't all this new tech. It was basically a rather unchanged character, a very effective character, but one that didn't bring a whole lot new to the table because it didn't need anything new. But at the same time, that's now at a disadvantage as Spiro takes the first stock, is that you kind of know Rob's game plan. It hasn't really changed as much as, say, Yoshi's
It's maybe a matchup you're more comfortable with because it's not really that new to you.
Exactly, and now all of a sudden you're a Rob and you're just getting railroaded, it seems like, by a Lucina that is just dictating its will on this match.
Spiro's just pressing all the right buttons. Honestly, like, he's calling out when he's going to shield, he's calling. That's it, wait, GwJ has advantage here. Yep, fights his way out of the corner. It's just like, what is Rob to do when Lucina has bigger hitboxes and they also all come out faster? It's just like, how is he supposed to counter that? It's just kind of hard for him.
Does eventually connect with the down smash to even things up at 2 stocks apiece, but again, a little bit of a... Yeah, and Spiro playing pretty well defensively as well. GwJ trying to get something going, but Spiro sitting in shield. GwJ not mixing up the timing enough to really be effective in neutral.
Like I said, Spiro is playing this matchup just as he should be. He's just pressing the right button.
Yeah, Spiro's playing exceptionally patiently.
GwJ finally got something started, and we can see an up tilt, but doesn't get the full hit of the up tilt action. Oh, that caught his jump. Oh, but gets safety from the platform. Now we have like the Kalos-like setup from, actually, platforms are slightly more off the stage than on Kalos, but...
Thank you for saying that so I didn't have to. But either way, Spiro has GwJ down to his last stock here. This is tournament stock for the Philadelphia, number 14, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. Something that he's definitely. Wow, he barely died. That was like almost perfect DI too. Just maybe a little bit too far to the left at the end there. I don't know if he could have done anything though.
GwJ needs every single advantage state that he can get.
Yeah, this is all of a sudden very even game. We might see a game 5 here.
And really, it's not even like GwJ has struggled to get the kills necessarily. It's more that he's not been afforded the opportunities to get the kills more so than anything else.
Yeah, it's hard. Like, when Spiro is playing well, it's like, what is he supposed to do?
Looking for that down smash. Maybe give himself a little bit of room. That nair will do the job just fine as well, as will the dash.
Oh,
and looking for the up air. Is he going to get it off to the top? Not quite.
Not quite the best DI, but still enough to live.
Yeah, this is Town and City, folks. It's the biggest ceiling in competitive Smash now.
True.
Talk about the differences between Smash 4, huh?
Yeah, crazy to think. Oh, he's getting that back there.
He was looking for it.
Tech.
Oh, what a tech by Spiro, and another one by GwJ! But the back air is going to do it, and indeed Spiro takes CodeName Bears 184.
Good stuff from Spiro. I loved how he played that whole tournament. He played his game. I feel like Lucina is such a good fit for him. It's just like he can react just the way he wants to. He can play the way he wants to. It just makes sense for him. He's so good in advantage.
You know, I was so convinced that Spiro was going to find tournament glory again on the back of Yoshi, but indeed, sticking to the gun, or to the sword, I should say, of Lucina, and finally taking a CodeName Bears. Yeah, no, some choice words from Spiro as well, but you know what? They are well earned.
That was a good set.
And absolutely a wonderful performance by GwJ to come out of winner's side in second place, but ultimately Spiro, it seemed like there was never those, it was never really GwJ's set to lose. That he had to earn everything that he got from Spiro, who really imposed his will on pretty much every single game, it felt like.